A reminder, okay, you don't need expensive ingredients to make something tasty. So I'm going to show you how to turn these humble, cheapo supermarket sausages into an amazing, comforting, delicious, cheap meatball ragu. Yes, you can make your own meatballs with expensive ingredients like beef, veal, you can put some parmesan in there, some herbs, spices, simmer that down in a sauce made with red wine, pancetta, loads of nice expensive things, but not everybody has access to that, okay? We're all in a cost of living crisis because no one's got any flipping money. So this is my budget version. It's only going to cost you a few quid and it's going to taste amazing. So let's get on with it. With any kind of ragu based sauce, you're going to start with a sofrito, which is carrot, onion and celery. Carrot has seen better days, believe you me, and the celery's a little bit bendy too, but they will work just fine. And of course, all the ingredients will be listed below in the video description as well. But we need to get this all prepped. So you want to take the onion, we're going to use about half of that. Dice it nice and fine because we want to cook this fairly quickly. The carrot, I'm going to peel it, take off the dob end. You don't want to be eating on that. Again, dice that nice and fine. The celery, I'll take the little tips off and dice that nice and fine as well until everything is basically all kind of roughly the same size. And that is your sofrito ready to go. Now, so once that's all done, we need to make the meatball. So I need a bowl. Old Faithful. Simply just take your sausages. You can use other different flavours, but the reason I'm using the sort of standard pork ones is I'm going to add some extras to it. So just simply remove the meat from the skin. So you've got like this, I don't know, intestine-y bit left. Get rid of that. And then to that I'm going to add some minced garlic. I'm going to add 3 cloves because I want the mixture to be quite punchy, quite potent, because I'm not going to add any garlic to the sauce. The next thing we're going to add is some fennel seed, which goes really well with pork. We've got this aniseedy sort of flavour. They're quite punchy, so I'm going to go in with a couple of teaspoons to start with, because I'm going to show you a nifty little trick on how to adjust your seasoning. And then to that I'm going to add some freshly chopped parsley, about that much, a small handful. Then you've just got to get your hand in there and give it a good old smoosh around. Don't add any salt and pepper at this point, and I'll tell you why in a second. Pan. So I'm just going to get this onto a medium-high heat just for a second, because here's why we didn't add any salt and pepper to the mix. Because what I'm going to do is just pinch off a small piece, roll it into like a little patty, pop it down in the pan, and then just fry off that little piece, and then we can adjust it, see if our mix needs any salt, pepper or anything else, like some more fennel seed or what have you. Nifty little trick that, so you don't over-season or under-season your mix. So you can take that little mini patty you made and give it a quick taste. Nice little bit of fennel in there, good punch of garlic. Could do with a touch more salt, which I'm going to add now. And it will kind of depend on the brand of sausages that you buy, just how much seasoning you'll need to adjust. I've got my pan again here, which is off the heat at the minute, but that doesn't matter. And I'm going to form the sausage meat into, well, meatballs really. If you want them a bit bigger than that or smaller, you can, because it's your dinner, isn't it? Flop them straight down in there and just do the rest. But what I'm going to do now is just get the heat back on to about a medium. Okay, you don't want the heat too high. And I will just add a touch of, veg oil. Use olive oil if you've got it, but I'm trying to keep this low cost because I want maximum flavour, minimum cost. And just very gently for a couple of minutes, just get a bit of colour on those, okay? You don't want it burnt, you don't want it black. So you've got that nice sort of golden mahogany colour. That's what you're looking for, really. Get those out nice and sharpish. And then keeping your pan on the low heat, just add a touch more oil. But remember, there's lots of flavour in there. There's some fat from the sausage and all the caramelised bits. Keep that in there, it's all flavour. When you're using so few ingredients, you want to get the best out of them. So straight in with our sofrito, and then nice and gently just sweat those veggies down for about 10 minutes. This will start them cooking, but also it will make them sweeter and extract more flavour from those veggies. And whilst the veggies are kind of sweating away, I just want to have a quick chat about today's sponsor, Into the AM. They're an apparel company based out of Southern California, but they're made up of artists and creators like myself. And they very kindly sent me some of their products, and you can see I'm wearing one of them now that I picked myself. It's got a nice sort of skull pattern there, and it's got a very cool design on the back as well. I did pick out some more as well. I've got this one here, almost like a bonsai tree with a sunset behind it. And this one here with a great big flipping cool samurai on it. I mean, you wouldn't want to flipping meet him in a dark alley, would you? And no AI slop either. These have been designed by artists, not a flipping AI prompt. That's what I also like. The t-shirts are very high quality, nice and lightweight, nice and breathable. So these are absolutely perfect for me. I was also impressed with the delivery time as well. Considering I live in the UK, obviously, and they're based out in the US, they came pretty quick, to be fair. And the choice is great. They've got loads of designs, hoodies, tank tops, sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, and they're really reasonably priced as well. But what's better is you're going to get a little cheeky discount. from me. So go and peruse the website, have a look at some of their stuff. And if you look down in the description, there'll be a link to the website, there'll be a coupon code as well. And get yourself a cheeky 10% off. Because in this economy, every little helps. Right, okay, back to our veggies. They've been on there for about 10 minutes. They're starting to go nice and soft. And all the fond on the bottom, it's kind of lifted up. So we're gonna go back in with the meatballs and any juices that have collected. So, got a clean bowl here. And what I'm gonna do is take my tomatoes. Now I've said this before, it is much better to buy whole plum tomatoes than chopped and then crush them yourself by hand. The reason for that is that whole plum tomatoes tend to be a bit better quality, well, a lot better quality in my opinion. So therefore you're getting maximum flavour out of your tomatoes. Get a clean hand and smoosh them around. Then wedge those, oh, bit of skin there, we'll get rid of that. Wedge those into your mixture. Swill the bowl out with a little bit of water. Get that in there. And I'll also swill out the cans as well for no waste. Here we go. Get that in there. And I will chuck in a couple of bay leaves. Get those in there. No salt and pepper again at this point. We'll season it towards the end so we can adjust it to how we want it. Pop a lid on that and then bring that up to a simmer on like a sort of medium lowish heat. You don't want it too high. For around about 30 to 45 minutes. It's just going to kind of depend how thick you've diced your veg, how big your meatballs are, that kind of thing. And then towards the end of the cooking process, take the lid off just to allow the sauce to reduce down nice and thick. You don't want this too watery. You want the flavours of the sauce to be concentrated. If it's too liquidy, it's going to be a bit insipid. Because again, we're not using a lot of ingredients, so we need to get the best out of them. So I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'll see you in a bit. Right, so this has been simmering on the hob now for, well, actually closer to an hour, to be honest. The carrots did take a little bit longer to cook through than what was ideal. So make sure you cut your veg nice and fine. If you want to shortcut it, if you're a bit worried about that, just grate your veg through a grating attachment on your blender or use a box grater. And then you won't have that issue. I am going to take the bay leaves out. Where are you? Where are you? Here it is. And I'm just going to give it a quick check for seasoning. It could do with a bit of pepper, just a touch of salt, doesn't need a lot. There we go. And I'm going to turn it down to its lowest setting because that will quite happily sit there, no problem at all, whilst I get the water on to boil for my pasta. So now my water is boiling, I'm going to add my pasta. Now, I'm only making enough pasta for myself, and obviously I'm not going to eat all of that in one sitting, as much as I'd want to, because I'm going to cool the rest of this down and portion it up and put it in the freezer. If you're doing that as well, do the same as what I'm doing. Just make a portion of pasta for yourself and then cool and freeze this down separately, because if you were to cook a load of pasta, mix it all up with that, then cool it down and freeze it, when you come to reheat it, the pasta's going to be mushy and soggy and horrible. So freeze that separately. When you want to have some for dinner, cook your pasta separately. Job's a good one. And I'll probably cook that for about 8 to 9 minutes, just until, well, how you want it cooked really. I like mine with a bit of bite to it. You do you. Okay, so my pasta is almost there, so I'm just going to take the lid off quick. And before I drain it, I'm going to save some of that pasta water. Then drain my pasta away, get the water off, pop it back into that pan. Then I'm going to add just a bit of sauce, some of the thickened sauce to the spaghetti. A little bit of that reserved pasta water. This will just help loosen the sauce, help season the pasta and dress it. Okay, because you don't want plain boiled pasta on your plate, do you? And then just really simply take your pasta, whack that into a nice deep bowl. Get a few of those meatballs dotted around there, 3, 4, however many you like, and a little bit more of that amazing sauce. And then you have a cheap, nutritious and tasty sausage meatball ragu. I'm gonna go straight in with this. Get a bit of meatball, bit of pasta. Let's go in. That's really good. Those sausage meatballs are really nice. Nice and juicy, got a really nice kick from that garlic, and that fennel seed, that little bit of aniseed, just goes really well with pork. And it's cheap, like there's enough ragu there to feed 3, maybe 4 people, and it'll cost you less than a single McDonald's meal, that's for sure. But listen, I'm gonna shoot off, I'm gonna have the rest of that, because that's my tea. But before I go, remember to go and pay a visit to the guys at Into the AM. They're a creative bunch of guys, they're really passionate about what they do, and the clothing is really good. So make sure you click all the details down below, the link and the coupon code, which is in the description, and I'll do a pinned comment as well. Pop over there, have a look, get yourself a cheeky 10% off as well. But anyway, I'll see your gorgeous faces next time. Ta-ra for now.